Klopp has had one of his best pre-seasons since arriving at Liverpool. Manchester City will be favourites to win the Premier League in the 2021-22 season, and that's before impending arrival of Jack Grealish and potentially Harry Kane. But pundits and fans salivating at the prospect of how Pep Guardiola's men will line up next season might just be the perfect distraction for Jurgen Klopp, who is quietly overseeing a close to idyllic pre-season for Liverpool. The Reds worked closely with the Austrian government to sort their camp in Salzburg from July 12. They spent nearly 3 weeks there in a bubble and are now in Evian, France before returning to Merseyside ahead of their Premier League opener against Norwich on August 14. Here, Sportsmail profiles how Liverpool are shaping up ahead of the new campaign. All things considered, this summer could have posed far more problems for Klopp and Liverpool. The Copa America and Euro 2020 saw an array of Liverpool players involved, but there was also a healthy number of big names who weren't. There was no AFCON tournament involving Sadio Mane, Naby Keita or Mohamed Salah, who Liverpool kept out of the Olympics. And in defense, an array of names have been rebuilding fitness from injury. Trent Alexander-Arnold's thigh injury meant he missed the Euros, but was back for day one of pre-season, while Joel Matip and, of course, Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk have made big strides in their recovers from serious knee issues. Furthermore, the likes of James Milner, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, new signing Ibrahima Konate and youngsters looking to impress such as Harvey Elliott have all been there from the first day of pre-season. Liverpool regrouped on July 12 to prepare for the new campaign, with a 34-man squad of players heading to Salzburg, Austria for a training camp. They have since moved on to Evian in France. Klopp has often spoke about how he loves pre-season and in previous years has spoken about the challenges of balancing the fitness regimes with players returning from the international fold. But here, he has had a solid course since day one. Harvey Elliott was a thrilling signing for Blackburn Rovers last season, scoring 7 goals and providing 11 assists in 41 appearances. Before he joined the championship outfit on loan for the campaign, Liverpool's coaches presented him with videos of how Rovers play and why he would be a good fit there. From this season on, Liverpool hope Elliott can reward their diligence. Midfield has been Klopp's most sparsely populated area of the pitch, with Jordan Henderson, Thiago Alcantara and Fabinho among his latecomers from international tournaments. The 18-year-old has been starting as one of the more attacking players in the midfield three and has already produced some impressive displays. His work will be cut out as the aforementioned midfield trio return to the Reds' fold this week. But Klopp and Liverpool are said to be keen to keep Elliott this season and not send him back on loan. The Reds' boss hinted that he would have first-team minutes to enjoy. Speaking of the opportunity Elliott has to learn of teammates, Klopp said, "That's always like this, each young player is doing that and should do that probably, but only to a specific extent, because most of these players were not in the same place like Harvey is in that age. It's different, that's what I want to say. But what is really nice about the story is that we created really an atmosphere where the boys care about each other as well, they really want to help each other." Klopp subsequently revealed that Thiago returned from international duty with a minor knock and won't be rushed back to full fitness. So another a penny. Most of the noises coming out of the Liverpool camp suggest Klopp might not make any further signings other than the arrival of centre-back Konate. But previous windows show you can never rule anything out at Anfield. For the majority of last summer, Anfield officials insisted there were no moves behind the scenes to bring Thiago Alcantara into the club. And the move to bring Diogo Jota in from Wolves was a big surprise. Klopp was keen to keep Dutch hero Jorginho Wijnaldum and in turn will be keen to bring in a more experienced midfielder to help cover the void. But the German is a realist and pragmatist and understands that if the club don't consider a deal value for money, a move won't be made. The news about the contract standoff over captain Jordan Henderson's next Liverpool deal left fans stunned. The Anfield skipper, a firm fan favourite, is at odds with the club's hierarchy over the terms of a potential fresh contract. Henderson just turned 31 and has a deal up until 2023. But as Sportsmail reported last month, how the situation is complicated, but there is a real prospect he could leave the club this summer. Paris Saint-Germain, Wijnaldum's new side, and Atletico Madrid are both keeping an eye on how the situation develops. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Fabinho have signed new long-term deals with Liverpool last week, and reports subsequently emerged that up to 6 first-team stars are set for contract renewals in Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Alisson, Andy Robertson and Virgil van Dijk. But according to The Athletic, Roberto Firmino is not in that bracket at this moment in time. The Brazilian also has 2 years to go on his current deal.